Hello, hello to all my change makers. We are back again with another amazing interview where we are celebrating change makers. And I am so excited today to have my good friend, Miss Lily, with us today. Lily, please tell people a little bit about what you do and what makes you so amazing.
Aw, hi Shane. Thank you so much for having me here today, and hi to everyone. I am a conscious living coach that I help people to break free from living on autopilot. I help
Mm,
people to find their soul before finding their soulmate. And
mm,
even I also have clients who in relationship and marriage, but they not happy with themselves. So my life purpose is to help people instead of chasing external validation and things and people to make them happy, to move back and reconnect with their true selves.
mm.
And
Wow.
what? Yeah,
That was a mouthful right there. I
yeah,
like that. And I love that's a great tagline. I don't know if you're using that on a regular basis, but you're helping people break out of living on autopilot. That is amazing.
yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I would love it if you have a story of somebody that maybe you've helped because I'm always afraid people are going to lump coaches into one big ball and just think they're all the same and they're not. So, is there any story you can share that would help people understand a little bit better about how specifically you can help somebody?
Yeah. Thank you for that question because it's important to share the real question, right? For
Mhm,
people to understand what I'm doing.
mhm,
Let's say I have a real, like I have few different clients in different dynamics, but
mhm,
what I come to my coaching is I have people with love addiction. What does that mean? Because for constant 10 years, I have been in that place. And 3 years ago, I stopped everything. I quit that old pattern of mine and come back to heal myself. That led me to the journey that I help people to heal from love addiction. And what does love addiction mean? It means that when we, uh, a lot of time, I think of 95% of my clients, they have been raised but didn't receive the parenting, nurturing, and love from their parents.
mm,
And they growing up always looking outside for people to make me feel valuable,
mm,
feel worthy of love. And
mhm,
that's like we constantly they constantly, like even one of my clients, I actually had two clients in love addiction, actually constantly jump from one relationship to another relationship, cannot be alone, cannot be single. I have to be
mm.
back on dating because who am I outside of this? Like if I don't have anybody who want me, then I'm not valuable, I'm not desired, and that's
Oof,
scary.
oof, yeah.
So I have people to dive deep back, like move back inward, dive deep into themselves and say, hey, you actually have the capacity to fulfill the love within you.
Mm,
No, you will never look fired outside. It's actually within you. So that
right.
self-love and self-acceptance have to come from within. And a
Mhm,
lot of time that people think, have a misconception about self-love. It's not about let me go buy myself a fancy dinner or clothes,
mhm,
shopping or vacation. No, it's just like temporary solution, like instant gratification. It's not the long-lasting solution. I had them to go back to access their childhood trauma.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
from
mm.
what happened to them in the past, and a lot of time is with their parents, right? Yeah,
Wow.
and then when we get to see, hey, this is the reason why you got into the place that, or you become the person who you are today. Then from that part, then I have my clients access to build a personalized solution that work for them
Mm.
to heal themselves. And it's take time. It's not overnight.
Mm-mm. No, real healing does not happen overnight. This Band-Aid approach to everything is getting us into more problems than it's solving.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is very cool though. I love how you're talking about love addiction is people are constantly looking out here to try to fill a hole in their own heart pretty much is what it
Yeah,
sounds like. Is that a good description?
yeah. Thank
Mm.
you.
Mm-mm.
And
Okay.
another side story is actually I also have clients in marriage and relationships too, but they're not happy. They just cannot stand their own thoughts. It's too much for them to be with themselves alone. Yeah.
Mm. Wow. So the core of almost everything you're doing sounds like it's really trying to help people find that self-love, that self-worthiness. Is that kind of the a core of it all?
Yes, the core is the to have my client find that self-love and self-acceptance, not just on the good day, but when even the days go so bad and you fail, you make mistake, and everyone say that you're a loser. But you
Mm.
have that unconditional acceptance for yourself because you know who you are.
Yes. Yes. Wow, powerful stuff and so needed in today's society because so many people are just kind of in this broken state where they don't understand how incredible they are. You know, we were talking off camera about, you know, whatever your understanding of a higher power is, whatever your understanding of God is. It reminds me of many years ago I used to see t-shirts where
Mm.
that people were wearing it said God doesn't make any junk. I think that's where we need to help people get to, right? You're not
Yes.
junk. God don't make junk.
No, no, no. He make you perfect the way you are.
Exactly. And
Yes.
always room for growth and knowledge and evolving, but not to say that there's something wrong with where
Yeah.
you are today.
Exactly. Don't you think that's so amazing, fascinating? Like he make us like like perfectly imperfect. So we always have room to grow. Like
Yes.
if I
Yes.
have everything figured out, it would be so boring for me. Like like I have nothing to do anymore. Right?
Absolutely. Boring
Yeah.
is not part of my story, and I don't think it's part of yours either.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, please, speaking of story, please tell everybody a little bit about your backstory. What brought you to this place of being so passionate about helping people to find that self-worth?
Yeah. Oh, my story is was quite a painful story, but I am so grateful for what I have been through. My background is actually I was an accountant from accounting industry, and 3 years ago I went through depression and existential crisis. I
Mm,
didn't know who I was, like outside of the job, outside of my ex partner. Then who I was, I have no idea. No one ever told me.
mm,
Like I identify myself through my achievement with work, right, or my relationship title. I have a boyfriend, someone wants me, okay, so I'm good. I have some money in my bank account, I'm good. One day I question myself, then who am I then? I went through that existential crisis. At the same time, that's in the same year 2022, I got into a relationship, took 2 months. And one day, 6 or 7 a.m., I received a phone call from hospital that my ex-boyfriend passed away because of overdose. I was literally in shock,
mm,
emotionally, and even my body, I couldn't move.
mm,
So my best friend like came to me and drive me to hospital to see his body the last time.
mm.
The same day I met his ex who he cheated on me the day he overdosed. So like that's traumatized me and made me question about everything in life, professionally and personally. Same time with the job that I hated, even I got like some big grades. So I
Mm,
quit everything. I sold all the furniture and decided like I will travel to some country in Asia to heal myself. I have no idea what do I need to do actually,
right.
but I need to go. At that time, I just feel like I need to escape this. I cannot stand it anymore. I cannot
Mm,
stay in this apartment anymore,
mm,
and I need to heal. So over 1 month, when I was in my trip, I was in India. I received another phone call again in the middle of the day that my mom suicided
mm.
when I was in India.
Oh my gosh.
And like, I think I hit rock bottom when I received that phone call. Like, I thought that I already, hit the rock bottom. And I
Yeah.
received oh,
Oh.
another loss of my mom. Then, so God or the universe, whatever you want to call, put me in this situation like, Lily, you have no other choice by facing yourself.
Mm,
So it took me, of course, I still need to, like in this physical world, I live and work between Russia and Vietnam. I need to take care of family business. But inside me, internally, I went through very, very, like people would say, dark night of the soul
mhm,
to, heal and my childhood trauma. With the relationship now, my mom no longer here to work with me. I only me here, and I so much anger, resentment, and at the same time grief because that's my
mm,
mom. But to me to process, why are you leaving me alone to do all of this work?
right.
Because I I was expecting to do this with you, you know.
Mm,
So that led me to a beautiful journey to the other side. And I don't say I have everything figured out. Healing is a lifetime journey. And that journey led me to find my life purpose. And
mm,
like 1 year ago, I found my life purpose is uh, to become a life coach. And I took one of the best program from IPAC. And now I am a certified life coach because I realized the magic, the power within me, the
mhm,
gift that God, the universe gave me. Then I have to share this to people so the love can generate through me to people to be a
mhm,
service. And I believe my purpose here to on earth is to give and share values to other human beings.
mm,
Because this journey, I wouldn't make it without amazing people in my life. I am
mm.
not self-made, so I got to continue to give back to the world, and I love to do it. I'm grateful for the life I am having now.
Wow, wow. Yeah, isn't it amazing when we can look back at those difficulties of the past and find if there's some kind of a gift in it for us?
Yeah,
That's, that is such a sign of growth and just choosing love in your life. So I congratulate you for coming through all that. I mean, especially, oh my gosh, those back-to-back deaths.
yeah,
That must have just wow. I can't even imagine. Like you said, you think you hit rock bottom and you
and
find
then
out that the bottom's even lower.
yes, right, yeah,
Wow, amazing, amazing. Well, I am absolutely thrilled that you are finding some of your healing journey in helping others to heal because I do believe, whatever that higher power is that you believe in, I believe that we go through things in life with the intention of paying it forward to other people so that
hmm,
they can benefit from what we've learned and ideally, I think what we're all trying to do is help to shorten people's suffering. Isn't that
exactly,
really what it
yeah,
comes down to?
that's amazing. And even
Yeah.
like connecting with you, right, like the first time we connected, um it's like people like you, people
Mhm,
who serve other and be a service and want to do good and give back to the world. Like getting to know people like you inspire me, and it keep me moving forward to say, hey, I'm not alone in this. I have a community, and I'm so grateful for that.
that's right, and you now are officially, with this interview, a very, important stakeholder for the Unity for Wellness and Peace Network, so, just know that we appreciate having you here, we appreciate your energy, your love, your desire to serve, and I am sure we're going to find ways to be able to help to connect you to more and more people because that's what this group is about: collaboration, creating teams, and helping those teams to be seen by more and more people. Because there's a huge need for more hope in our world,
Mhm.
and people like you have the ability to be able to spread that hope to other people. So we're grateful for all that you're doing. I am curious. We've talked a little bit about this in the past, and I'm really thinking this could end up being a great connecting point for us somewhere in the future. But tell people about any big visions that you have in the future. What would you really love to be involved in?
Mhm. Um, oh, I would love to answer this question. Uh, my vision is I want to continue through my coaching. For now,
Mhm,
I'm doing one-on-one, but in the
mhm,
future, I would love to do it and create a community, maybe group, coaching and retreat to continue my work and shift the consciousness, have people to shift uh, their
mhm,
consciousness. And even more than that, my biggest dream is I love children. And
mhm.
coming from my childhood is me and my parent divorced. Then I I haven't lived with them since I was 4.
Oh, wow.
So I want to create a new education system for children. You know, with the regular system, yes, it's good too, but we, especially children, need to be taught about the value of love, self-love, how to regulate their emotion, how to understand themselves, how to treat others, be a
Mhm,
good and kind human being. So
mhm,
we don't go out there and hurt other people, or we set a healthy boundaries so we don't get hurt. That kind of information is just so important. So yes, my biggest dream is
mhm.
to have charity to create uh, educational system for children.
Oh,
Like, yeah,
I
even
love it. I love it. And yes, I do expect we will connect further on that point somewhere in the future because that's a lot of what my husband and I have been working on as well. And the other thing that just crossed my mind, and I don't know if you've ever thought of this, but because when we talk about educating our youth, there's there's so many gaps that need to be filled, and you
mm,
just said a big one because yes, they need to, that personal development, personal empowerment kind of information needs to, that self-worthiness and stuff needs to be part of our education system right from the
yeah,
get-go without a doubt. But we also believe teaching about how to use your God-given gifts to do
mm,
something entrepreneurial is a big piece of it too. But here's the third piece is if you think about your background in accounting, now
yeah.
you may not want to be an accountant, but we know that young people need to be taught early on about finances.
Oh my
You
God,
know?
so true.
So you have the ability there. You've kind of got a foot in all of those camps. So you have the ability to be really an amazing stakeholder to create just a whole new education paradigm for young people.
Yeah, that's a good piece to, tailor into my vision.
Mhm.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
and here's another thought. These things starting to pop into my brain, so
Oh my
I'm
God,
just
I
gonna
love it.
let you have them. But another thing that comes to my mind is one of the things that you can do for your business now is to start talking about that cause. And I'll give you an example. So, like
Hmm.
right now, I have a group of 3 women in Raleigh, North Carolina, who are coming together to start to build exactly what you're talking about. They're
Wow.
wanting to build a localized, educational system for young people that does include entrepreneurship, does include healing of body, mind, and spirit, does include, financial literacy as part of it. And so, as an example, now they don't have like a nonprofit set up for that yet or anything, but But even so, you could choose to start talking about your big cause, and you could say, hey, and anytime that we get a new client, we're going to make some kind of a contribution to this new educational program. So even if you're not, and maybe there is a place for you to be involved with them, I have no idea. I'd have to
Mhm.
connect you with them and see. But even if you weren't able to be part of what they're doing initially, you could make that, your charity kind of thing that you're starting to you're integrating that into your business and saying, look, I'm a social impact business. I'm starting to give money from my clients to making sure that an educational program like this gets built. So that's a way that you can add a cause to your business, talk about it. It can become a way for more people to be attracted to working with you versus
Mm,
any other similar kind of coach out there.
that's right, right? That's brilliant because oh, I actually didn't talk about that much because I thought that, okay, maybe my vision, that's one for children, for the youth, is too far away.
Wow, but
But
there's ways you
yeah,
can
but it's
support
not
it
right because actually time is illusional. Like
now. Okay,
everything can happen at any moment.
that's right.
Yeah, thank you so much for, you know, giving me like so many ideas on this. And even when you're talking, I was thinking about it's not just about the youth, but what if we also educate parents,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So we can end the generational trauma.
Exactly. Exactly. Because parents need to be more engaged in helping with these things with their kids. And they don't understand. And you're absolutely right. In fact, I think this group in Raleigh is even talking about how can they engage parents,
Oh my God.
because parents need to understand more about what's missing in the educational systems too. So, there's so many opportunities that just blossom out of all of that with, coaching the parents on how they could be doing something slightly different with their kids. I'm finding more and more people who really have a heart for, improving on that whole educational system. So think about that, because, that's part of what we're up to too. We're hoping to find a location where we can start to build a micro community. We want to be able to house some of the young adults who've aged out of the foster care system, because too many of them become homeless, too
Mm,
many of them become addicted, too many of them end up in prison, and they need that same education that these younger students need. So that's yeah,
that,
on those
oh
things.
my God. I would love to connect more with you say that three women in
In
they
Raleigh, in North
yeah,
Carolina, yeah.
that's awesome.
Mhm,
I would love to connect with them or even just follow them to learn from them,
mhm,
you know?
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, one of them has already interviewed in my group. Her name is Tiffany Hunter, and you can find her interview there. Oh, two of them have interviewed. Darlene Frazier is interviewed in the group too. So if you look through my group and you look for Tiffany Hunter and Darlene Frazier, you'll find both of their interviews, and they both have ways that you can connect with them.
Okay, Darling Fraser and sorry, Tiffany
Tiffany Hunter.
Hunter. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Mhm. Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you for creating this amazing community.
Awesome,
Um,
awesome. Good
I
deal.
couldn't thank you enough for your work, for people like you
Well,
who take the first step.
thank you. And we are so grateful that you're here. And like I said, that's one of my gifts is I'm a super connector. So that's why I like to have people talk about their big visions, because if I can connect them to other people with the same kind of big vision, again, there may be some place for you to be involved sooner rather than later. But even if it's just, I mean, any small business owner can take a small contribution from a client and be able to put it into something like that. And now, you tell people about your cause and you tell them that, hey, I'm doing this work to help people who are, love addicted. But at the
Mm,
same time, here we are. Our goal, our bigger mission is to help educate our youth on the things that they've been missing.
yes.
And there
Yeah.
will be people who will get excited about that.
Yeah, because actually, if we zoom out and see the bigger picture, everything is connected. Like
Mhm.
love addiction, love addict is coming from the youth, about from the lacking of love and parenting, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then yeah,
Absolutely. You got it. Awesome, awesome. Well, this has been great
yeah.
fun, and I'm so glad you were willing to share that your love for children. Because again, like I said, we're gonna make some connections happen in this group. So, as we wrap this up today, do you have any final words of wisdom you would like to share with everybody?
Oh, and this moment, my heart is filled with gratitude actually towards you, actually,
Thank you.
towards you and the community you create,
Mhm.
because I couldn't do this alone. And it's powerful and it's inspiring for me to connect with you and people like you, and to know that, hey, you're not alone in this. You actually have a community. You can surround yourself with like-minded people to continue the work and have people shift their consciousness and raise that self-awareness. So you know if everyone, like, each person get healthier, then they have a better impact and positive impact on the family, people around them, their co-worker. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's like a ripple effect, and I am so grateful uh, to know you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. And we're honored and we're celebrating you being here as well. So we thank all our change makers for tuning in. And Miss Lily is definitely somebody you should check in with and get to know. And let's see what kind of magic comes out of this amazing group that we're putting together here in Facebook land. So we
Awesome.
thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you all in the next interview. Until then, I wish you all an amazing day.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.